Three, two, one. Good morning, guys. It is 4:10, and looks like it's gonna be a pretty day. Hopefully, it's not raining today. Um, got soaked yesterday. That was fantastic. I hope everybody's gonna have a good morning. A lot of you ain't awake yet or anything. Um, you know, so just yeah, man. Just want to say good morning and hope all's gonna be well for you today. And I'm looking at the weather. It doesn't look like it's gonna rain. It's a little chilly. But every day's a good day because we're awake. We're breathing. We have each other. You know, just get up and be thankful for something, whatever it might be. Uh, Nothing to really report on or say this morning. Just good morning. I'm still a little sleepy, so you have to excuse me. Was gonna do a video last night, but man, I was just tired. Um, I don't know. You ever go through and I go through an emotional roller coaster right now, which you guys all know. I'm not getting to see my kids, and there's really no reason for it. So it is what it is. Some days I'm crying. Some days, I feel great, but that's part of it, I guess. Uh, I won't give up though. I have a lot of faith and I have a lot of heart, and I won't let it. I won't let anything get me down. I made a. I like to make a lot of analogies just to help people understand better maybe what I'm going through. So maybe if whatever they're going through, it'll help them and put it in a perspective for them. I mean, that's kind of what this is. This is my personal, you know, just talking. And again, so if you're having an issue, or you can see through my testimony on here, through my personal, like this is my personal diary, but I'm just sharing with everybody that you can be a flawed person and not be perfect, and you could still have bad days, and you could still go through things, but it's what you do after you go through the things. It's getting back up. We've all watched Rocky. It's a great movie, and for him to just keep taking hit after hit after hit after hit, just keep coming back, and then to do what's the whole motion? He's blocking, and he's just taking it. And then after he takes so many, just to look at his opponent and just go, and just want some more. And that's I think that's where I'm at. You know, I've always I've always tried to see the brighter side of what's going on. Years ago, it was a little bit harder because I was dealing with my past, and it took a while to figure that out. And I mean, it does for everybody. I've been talking to a lot of people about it. Actually, is what you start doing in succession over and over is what you're gonna keep as a routine. The part that's the hardest is when you decide to change that routine. That's all in here. It's all in what's in your heart, and that's where it begins. But once you get that focus and you want to change that routine, it starts with mentality. The thing is you have to get rid of the old mentality. So what what happens to a lot of people is they'll get high on, and this is figuratively speaking, they'll get excited and, overwhelmed with the good that's happening to them, and then when it does start getting hard, they want to give up and say, no, I can't do it, or there's no point, or things like that. I mean, you guys understand. I hope you do. And I've gotten to a point where I see myself as a fighter, a boxer. I'm in the ring with this opponent, and I'm the littler guy, and I'm not gonna let him intimidate me. I'm still gonna be intimidated, but I'm not gonna let them see. I'm speaking figuratively, but it's like life or anything that can take you down and bring you down. For me, it's my faith, and my faith keeps me strong. So whether it's your faith in God, whether it's your faith in whatever religion you have, or whether it's your faith in yourself, or faith in others, I don't know. Whatever keeps you strong and keeps you going, that focus that drives you to be that little guy and know, no matter how many hits you take, you're going to, come on, let's keep going. I'm going to keep going. You can knock me down 100 times, I'm going to get back up. And it's that mentality. Another way to think of it is, you're a soldier, and you're on a mission. A general or your higher up gives you a goal or a task. A king would give a knight a task, and he would go out and carry it out and wouldn't return to the king until he finished his task. And I kind of try to look at it like that. So to not, there's days that I get on here and I'm exuberantly sad because of what I'm dealing with, but I don't let it take me down, because I want to come back on here and let everybody know that just because you have a bad day doesn't mean that's it. It doesn't mean that's it. You have to have faith in something. Regain your focus. It doesn't mean you lose your focus because you have a bad day. It just means you had a bad day. Right after I made my video yesterday, I went to work. The worst that happened to me was we had to work out in the rain, which isn't really a big deal. Other than, I might be getting sick, but, that's part of it. Everything you do has some sort of, something to it. I don't know what you would call it right offhand. But, it's just, it's that mentality. I didn't let it take me down. I went to work. I tried to uplift anybody I was around, anybody I talked to. I talk to quite a few people now due to this, and just, Facebook, and Lord mercy, just everything. And I'm hoping through my testimony on here and my everyday today life, I can give you hope that you can stand back up if you've been knocked down, or know that you don't have to be a perfect person to get through the day to day, and know that you can go through hardships and still be a good person and not let it make you bitter. I'm not bitter. There's things I would rather not deal with, but I have to, and that's life. And that's part of being an adult, is, realizing how to delegate the things that happen to you and not let it make you bitter or evil or mean. Just have this mentality of, I'm going to go at it with this, my heart, because I want to love. Ultimately, I want to love. And that's the beauty of it. So you guys can see that through my testimony that I'm going to love. and hopefully that passes over to you. You know, some of you out there have already let me know it does, and it's greatly appreciated. So everybody that listens and watches, you're awesome. You know, people that watch it and don't like watching these, you know, just don't watch them. That's all I can say. If if there's something you want to talk about specifically, I'm pretty open. You know, I can talk about anything. I'm very I'm very eclectic in a lot of things, just to discuss and want to learn and see different perspectives, so that I'm not always seeing just from my eyes. And I think a lot of that's what a lot of life is about, is learning to see from different views. You know, you can choose a path, and that's what I'm doing. I'm walking my path, and you know, I want to follow the path that has been laid out for me and walk with, you know, what Jesus has taught us through what the Bible says. Those are a roadmap. It's morals in life. It's just simple, and that's for me. It doesn't necessarily have to be for you. It's, you know, for a better way to say it, you know, everybody has a path that they have to walk. It's going to shoot off this way, that way, this way. You know, I told my daughters at one point in time, you know, you take a path, and there's this path that's a shorter path. It's a shortcut to get where you're going. And there's going to be the longer path, and it's full of weeds and thorns, and, you know, and then there's going to be the middle path, and it just depends on your hardships. And you just have to choose which one you want to go. You know, more shortcut might get you there faster, but you don't learn as much going through it. So if you're going to continue taking the shortcut, you're always going to take the shortcut. Doesn't mean you always have to take the long path either. But it's just, you have to pick and choose. It's all here. It's all what starts in your heart. And I made the Rocky analogy because, you know, he never gave up. He just kept fighting. And that's the true spirit of having heart, is to never give up. You know, I remember watching Big Hero 6 with my son every day, because I was here every day with him. And we would watch it, and we would act it out. I'd be Baymax, and he would be Hero. And, you know, the movie, I would be Baymax, he'd be Hero. And, you know, the flying scene was probably my favorite, because he would hop up on my back like Baymax, and I pretend to fly him around. And it's that. I had that focus. So it gave me a drive of something to look forward to. You know, whether it was to get up every morning, or whether it was to take care of my kids. It wasn't just because I loved them. That just made me love them more. It's the same for everybody out there. You know, I just want to give you something to know that we're just humans. We're not perfect. And it's not to say that we can make the same mistakes over and 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 over, and it's okay. You know, salvation, it's not given just for us to make excuses for our actions, or grace, whatever you want to call it. It was given so that we could learn and teach others. You know, and it's built that way. You know, the bear cub learns from the father and mother bear to go out, scratch the trees, search for food, how to fish. You know, same with humans. You know, the kids grow up and they follow our example. So if we lead with love, that's what we're leaving them. We still have to teach them to be smart. That's why it takes your heart. That's what makes you strong. Because there's nothing you can't face when you lead with love. And I know I keep going back to that. But once you have that in your heart, it's hard to take you down. Like I said, you're going to have bad days. I cry. You know, there's several days in a week I cry. And that's okay. Just because I'm 36 doesn't mean I can't cry. I'm kind of my man. It just means I have feelings. I'm human. I deal with things. It's what I do after I cry. It's picking myself back up and saying, it's okay. I'm not gonna get depressed, and yeah, I'm gonna get sad about whatever happens. It might be a movie I watch and I cry because it reminds me of something. That's feelings. That's having empathy for others. And that's what I want to teach, and that's what I want to show. So that you can get on here and see, wow, man, he's 36 and he's a man and he has feelings. It's okay. Nothing wrong with it. You can still be happy, you can still cry. It just means you're rounded. If you're stuck just laughing all the time, you're forcing yourself to be happy, and when something bad does happen, it's going to be harder for you. You might overlook it, but you're not getting the lesson that life is teaching you. So I don't know. That's the way I look at it. I don't know if that's specifically right. So if y'all want to chime in on it, that's cool. I don't mind. I welcome other opinions. But that's just how I see it. I feel as myself, I'm well rounded. And that's what makes me stronger, because I can sit and cry one night about a movie or something that reminds me of something, and then pick myself back up and go, you know what? I feel better because I got it out. And it's not locked in me. And it doesn't turn into anger. It doesn't turn into resentment or things like that. When I do get on here and I talk about what I'm going through and stuff, that's just to let it go. So I'm not holding on to it, like I said yesterday. So when I do go out through the day, I'm able to give some type of joy to somebody else or uplift somebody else in some way. And I'm not holding on to the negativity that is life. We all have to be realistic. There is negativity in life, and that's okay. It's what we do when we're faced with the negativity. And that's the thing. So, I don't know. I want to get on here and every day that I can and just share with you guys, it's okay to be human. We don't have to follow a social norm of what's right, what's wrong. We already know within ourselves. You have feelings, and your guts tell you, and there's an energy around you. However you want to look at it, it's there, and you can feel it. It's no different than the love you feel when you meet a girl or a girl meets a guy. It feels good. You don't know why. It just does. And it's that same kind of, scientists say it's a chemical reaction or whatever. There's so much more that goes on. When there's danger around, you have a feeling of something's not right. Follow those instincts. That's what they were given to us for. So that's just how I live. My point is again, and I'm going to repeat it as many times as I can, what you put in here is what you're going to do here. And what you think is what you're going to speak. And when you speak it is how it's going to affect the rest of everything around you. And that's what creates what's around you. So if you have children, that's what's going to teach them for when they get older. When you're talking to your loved ones, it's going to, or just friends in general, call them loved ones. It's going to affect everything and anything around you. So just keep that in mind, guys. But yeah, I'm going to continue having a big heart. I'm going to have days where I cry, and that's okay. That makes me feel better as a human, because I know that I can be sad and uplifting too. And it doesn't take me down. It's not going to take me down. And I won't let it. I'm a fighter. And I hope you are too. So that's the whole point in these, is to, if I can, through my testimony, and I believe in God, if that can help you in any way, through scripture or things that I say, then, I hope it does, because I want to be in a testament. So when you see my walk, you can go, hey man, I think he's got it right. I want to do what he's doing. And I'm here for you if you need that. Even if you don't believe in that, I'm here for you. 79nightfall at Gmail. Uh, Rick McFadden Photography on Facebook. I'm about to load a bunch of new pictures. Um, yeah, Rick McFadden Photography on Facebook. Rick McFadden Facebook. Phone number 615-767-4141. So if you ever need to get a hold of anybody, if you want to talk about scripture, cool. If you just want to talk about regular everyday things, cool. If you ever need help with anything, let me know. If I'm close enough, I'll help you. If you're 200 miles away, I'll see what I can do. But other than that, guys, have a fantastic day. I hope this was helpful to you in some way. Nothing else. Know that somebody loves you. I'm flawed. I can admit it. I learned from my mistakes. And I want you to be a fighter too, and learn from yours and love others. It only takes one to start it. And once we get it started, it goes around. It instills in our children, and it instills in our friends, and it instills in everyone around us. And we create a circle. That's the whole point, guys. So, y'all have a great day. I'm going to finish getting ready for work. I love you all. You're awesome. You're amazing. I look forward to seeing you later. Anybody wants to contact me, you got the information. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later.